This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym Mobile. We're in Leeds here for the public workout ahead of Warrington versus HYLAND this Saturday night. Back in Leeds. Back in Leeds.
Back in Leeds. Back in Leeds. Back in Leeds a bit sooner than I thought, to be honest with you. But we're here. It's upon us. It's a couple of days away now, and it's going to be a good show. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good fight with Patrick. Tough fella. Massive opportunity for him. And he's been saying for a while he'd like to come to Leeds, so yeah, looking forward to good dust up with him, and hopefully having a pint after.
Eddie Earner said that he's actually tried to look for this fight before this week. Whereabouts was that?
I think his names were mentioned a couple of times before the Brunkner one. I think someone said over him, like Louis de Bella had said that it'd be a good fight, why not try and make it? And things started going on social media and whatnot. But he's always been respectful as Patrick. He's never said a bad word. He's always respected the position we're in and been patient. And when they said we're going back to arena and looking for opponents, and Patrick's name came up, said 100% it'd be a good fight. I say we've a lot of respect for each other before. First spell goes, we'll have a dust up and then shake hands after.
Obviously, he's got a very good record, Patrick HYLAND. He's only two defeats were to Fortuna and in his last fight against Gary Russell Jr.
You can't argue with that. You can't argue with it whatsoever. I mean, he's been over in America. He's had a hell of experience over in America. And you can't buy that kind of experience going. He's just sparring over there. He's just like there's twice as many, well, 10 times as many fighters over there than there are is over here. It's brighter sparring. The fight's still been tougher. And he's got a good record, and like you say, he's on the roster to the very best. There's no shame, there's no pressure on him, and he sees it as a big opportunity, so he's going to be fired up. But I've realised that, and I'm not one of them. It's a fight where I'm looking over. I think it's a stepping stone at all. It's my biggest fight today.
What did you learn from the Amagassa win?
To listen to my corner a little bit more. Switched off at times, and we're freakishly tall. 7 foot at 9 stone. It doesn't come round often, does it? But I just I switched off in middle rounds, started carried away, thought catch him with times I thought I had him hurt, and then I let him get back into it a little bit, and then left it until like last couple before I really started going into the second gear. But every fight's a learning curve. You take somewhat from every fight, and yeah. Looking for a polished performance.
Looking at that fight now, it seems a good fight for you to have at that point in your career, wasn't it? Because
yeah, definitely.
He's not the sort of opponent, that sort of style you're going to face every time. But it was a good fight for you to learn from, particularly.
That's what I'm saying. It's good to have that variety of styles instead of just having someone just walk forward or someone who just same as freak on it. He had arms as long as a lamppost. Like I say, freakishly tall and. He wanted it bad. There's times in there where he thought he had me going and he just jumped on me and he didn't throw like 3s and 4s, he threw like 20s and 30 punch combinations, and he was a tough man, but it was a good fight, good learning experience, and like I say, I learned a lot from it.
Now, you're rated #1 with the WBC at the moment.
Scary that, innit?
You're not mandatory for any title, but you're at #1 at the moment, so is that the possible route that you will go after this fight?
Listen,
to chase Gary Russell Jr.?
There ain't just a Welshman about, you know what I mean? There ain't just one Welsh champion. That's the only route we can go down. There's plenty of routes we can go down. Obviously it's Santa Cruz and Frampton fighting for world title. That option could open up after. We've got, Oscar Valles just won WBO. There's that option as well. Man #1. There's rumours of Gary Russell moving up. If he does what he done, there's that option as well. I think I just want to get this focus on Saturday, get a win, and then just have a go at a world title. I really want to. I feel like the last couple of fights have been building up to it now. So, yeah.
Is the SELBY fight drifting away or not?
And again. And again.
Not really. Fan base. Not really.
And again.
They're all 5-year-olds doing that,
I'm a big fan of fans all ages. No, I don't think he's shifting at all. It could happen, but it's just his team.
They've got to go.
Orchestra.
They want the McDonald's, don't they?
But
2 minutes, guys.
We were expecting that fight to happen this year.
We won and we won. Well, don't forget KUGAN in March time. He was saying, I don't want to fight Josh Warrington, I've got aspirations of going to America. I want to make myself a big name over there. That was this year. That's what we're not going to forget. And then he had his bit of a scrappy fight with Eric Hunter, put on his backside and realised, hold on, it's, you know, things might not go the way we planned. Not what's happening over in America for him, not what's happening over here. So, you know, desperate for a fight. Oh, well, let's just start shouting Josh Warrington now. It got put to us. Didn't so. It can happen at the end of the year. But then they're saying, oh, ship sailed. We're going to fight winner of FRAMPTON and CRUZ. They're not going to automatically get out of the ring and say, yeah, we'll fight Lee. You know, things don't go like that, and he's got to realise that. You know, you've got to wait for fights. Sometimes you can't go the route down you want to do. Why can't we just fight in the year? We could have signed for in the year. I would prepared to do that.
We do hear two sides of the story, though. So we sort of hear it from Selby's side about why the fight isn't happening this year, and also from yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And like I say, his response for it to go to social media. And I said to Stephen Eddy, I said, you know, we had a lot going on outside the box, and I said, I cancel all that. We'll just fight. Listen, we'll put it to him by end of year. So come fight end of year. I won't fight again until then. But then they say, no, you've missed your opportunity and this and that. So we got sprung on us. But why can't it happen every year, you know what I mean? It's nowhere else to go at the minute, so there's no excuse. But I'm not even thinking about it anymore now. I've got to focus on Saturday. It's about getting that win out. I'll have a couple of weeks off after the fight, so I'll straight back in after Amigas won. And then, like I say, just focus on just getting a world title shot.
On the same night as your fight night, obviously over in New York, Frampton makes that move up to featherweight to challenge Leo Santa Cruz, like we were talking about earlier on. How do you see that fight going?
It's hard to call really, because I've read that Frampton says he feels a lot stronger up at featherweight. At the same time, Santa Cruz is a dangerous guy, throws a lot of punches, you know, keeps on going, he's mad, isn't he? But it'll be a good fight, it'll be a good one to watch. I'll definitely be watching after. It's a pick 'em, you know, we'll see how he goes on at featherweight. And obviously I'm a big fan of Frampton. I think he's a good technical boxer, but it'll be interesting to watch. But I can't pick him. I think he's a good 50-50.
Are you impressed with Oscar Valdez?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Obviously, you know, Olympian. You know, his record speaks for itself. Look at the way that he dismantled Gadovic and his man on Saturday. You know, he's a very good technical fighter. The featherweight division's red hot. It's booming. It's booming.
Get Lomachenko to Leeds.
He wouldn't like it, would he? His arse would go. Do you think?
No, he walks out, first direct arena, sees them 10,000 people chucking drinks in the air.
Because I'm a big banger, I'd have him right in the first round.
You never know.
Yeah, listen, Guy Russell Jr., you can consider him in the top 10 pound for pound. Lomachenko, you know, a lot of people see him as the pound for pound best, and he happens to be around our weight, but he's moving up. I think he's balled it, to be honest with you. You know, I'll leave him to it.
Leave him to it.
Yeah.
You might move up in weight though.
Can't see that happening anytime soon. Alright, all good.
Alright, well listen Josh, thank you very much for talking to
Cheers, KUGAN.
IFL TV, and we'll see you at the press conference on Thursday.
Thanks very much.
Thank you mate.
Ta-ra.